another hood. This my brother from another hood. Different color skin, same color blood. Your mama may not cook like my mama does. Yo, welcome to the Craig Kids podcast. I'm Corey. I'm here with my brothers. What's good, y'all?
What's good?
Yeah, man. We here.
What's good in the world, man?
Yeah, man. We definitely want to apologize to everybody. Apologize to everybody for our inconsistencies. You know what I'm saying? Life, you know, we all middle-aged men. Even Cedar is now. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, I got one more month, man.
We know you ain't
not
one
really.
more month. You
not
really.
really. I got a couple more days. Don't you know what I mean? At least 2 more weeks. Don't do me like that.
We middle-aged men now, so sometimes we get caught up in family things, but definitely
2 middle-aged men and 1 soon to be. Right.
You here, Caesar. You here. Nah. You know what I'm saying? You at this time of the month, your mom's was 9 months pregnant. So that you was ready. You was ready. You know what I'm saying? You was ready. It was over. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
But what's good though? Yo, Terrence, how's Hawaii though?
Yo, it's nice out here, man. I wish everybody get the opportunity to make it out here eventually, but I know how life circumstances is, and everybody can't. But if you could, definitely come out here, man. It's definitely a different experience, especially those from New York. This is culture shock out here. Everybody's super nice, man. Like everybody always saying hello, stopping you and talking to you, and they're like, "Yeah, we know you from New York. You got accent." And I was like, "I don't have accent. You have the accent." But it is what it is. But it's nice. A lot of beach time, a lot of hiking. There's mad waterfalls and stuff out here. Mad beautiful scenery. Like it's really nice, and the weather is perfect.
I think people when we from New York and we go to these different states, I think we think people is nice because New Yorkers is naturally just rude. You know what I'm saying? We funny style. We are. We don't realize we are until we go to another country. I mean another state, and we don't even like people saying hi to us too much. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was a little awkward.
Yeah. Usually you kind of want people to leave you alone, but it's like when you be in the airport and people come up to you and they just automatically start talking to you. First thing you start doing is checking where your bag is at. Like, yo, why are they talking to me so much? Like, as if they trying to steal something from me. That's how I felt when I was in Florida for the first time. I just felt like, why are you talking to me that much? I don't want, you know what I'm saying? But it's just New York. We're more to ourselves. And another thing is crazy because when I went to North Carolina one time, I went to Dad's mom's crib, and I remember they had kids from the neighborhood just running in the crib, going in the refrigerator, getting something to eat, something to drink, running back outside. And in my mind, I'm thinking, yo, they bugging. Like, how you just gonna run up in here and go in somebody's refrigerator? Like, you can't do that in New York. You can't just run in nobody's refrigerator. Like, you can the neighborhood kids see you? I don't know. Maybe you. You probably had a neighborhood. The neighborhood kids probably could run up in your refrigerator, probably.
I don't know. Nah, I think you had that. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's possible. It's possible.
Can they open up a bag of chips if it's closed?
Nah. I think you had to you had to be real close to that circle to be able to open a bag of chips. I don't know, because Yaya and Coco did kind of just run up there and take all the donuts one time.
Nah, that was in the hood though. That's when you was living. That's when you was living in the hood. They kind of robbed you.
Yeah. They kind of, you know what I mean.
But you had the crib though, see, where probably people could probably run up in there and just. I mean, people can eat at my crib too, though. You could eat at my crib. Like, you could eat.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna just run in there though.
Nah, you ain't gonna.
First of those sneakers is coming off. That's one.
Definitely, and you
washing the hands is 2.
And he has Spike. Spike was the meanest miniature Doberman pincher ever.
Spike was always upstairs though. As long as you don't go to that second floor.
Yeah, Spike wasn't loose though. You know what I'm saying? Spike was tied up. But I don't want you to just crack open a bag or something. I might have plans for them chips. You know what I'm saying? Don't just open up my chips and don't tell me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I like that.
Yeah, nah, that's fair.
Summer.
What's going on, Ma?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Jalil on here too.
Speaking of that, if Pops ever come on here, if Gerald ever come on here, he got to tell the story about the OJ. To this day, I don't think he forgave me.
What you did?
Remember I finished this orange juice
at Gerald's house?
Yeah. Long time ago.
You drunk somebody's orange juice from their crib? That's crazy. Like you finished it?
You would have been at Gerald's house and finished his orange juice?
Finished it, the whole thing.
Wow.
Yeah, he ain't never forgave me for that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Never forgave me.
That's crazy. Yo, everybody. So
mean,
that if y'all listening right now, please share the live. Share the live. We just randomly talking right now. If y'all make sure y'all come on down. Click the link up there. Come and chat with us. Come and chat with us.
you know,
But yeah, is it okay for somebody to come in your crib and you know, go in the fridge and just get something to drink and then drink the last bit of your lemonade? Like, is it okay?
Are we talking kids? Are we talking what's the age range? Who's running in the house?
It don't matter. Just it matters.
Yeah, it do matter, man. Let's know. It don't matter to me. Like if you guys came to my crib and just started drinking stuff, I wouldn't care too much. I wouldn't care at all. But can you just run up in my crib, a kid, like one of my kids friends?
Could Rain's friend, the one that's down the street, could he just run in the house right now, crack a bag of chips, and start eating?
Nah, yo, nah. He
got Rain's little man though.
He gotta ask me first.
All right, what if he asked Rain and Rain was like, yeah, and you just ain't know that he said yeah?
If he asked Rain and then Rain gave him something, I wouldn't care. But they would definitely have to they gotta wash their hands though. Okay. They gotta wash their hands. I live in the house with a nurse, so you know what I'm saying. Everything is about washing your hands and taking your shoes off and all that.
Word up. Nicole said not no random neighborhood kids though.
Yeah, like a regular kid. First of all, I think if you just run up in somebody's crib and open up something that's closed, I don't know, son. That's gonna make me mad immediately, probably.
So got my boy Eric here.
What's good, Eric? What's good?
Yo, E.
What's good?
You scared me for a second. All I see was a red hat coming in. I thought I was gonna say something else on that hat.
Oh man,
I thought
make America great again.
Make America great. Make America great, huh?
I thought you was MAGA.
What's wrong with that?
Eric though. Yo, let's act. Oh, okay. Oh,
ain't nothing. What's wrong with that? Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying. I wouldn't have known.
I mean, you got a Captain America shirt on. What's the difference?
Oh man.
I mean, there's a big difference. I hear you though. I hear you, yo.
I don't know if I agree, but okay.
We can have an argument.
Listen, Monica. Hold on. Monica said, "If you don't get mail here, don't open up my fridge." So Eric, where you at with it though? Can a random kid run up in your crib, open up bags of chips?
But we saying a random kid from your neighborhood though. Like you seen him.
Like so you know them. Like so you know them.
Yeah.
Hold on.
He the one.
Hold on.
You the one in the movie theaters that they tell you to turn your phone on?
Yeah. I literally just walked in. Hold on. So a random kid from my neighborhood walk into my crib and open up a bag of chips that's not open.
That's not open.
Not open.
For me, and I know the kid, right? For me, all they got to do is ask. You can't.
They ain't ask you though. They ain't ask you.
They didn't ask. Then no. Now
you gonna tell them to roll those back up.
Yeah. And get the big clip too. Get the big clip to go with it. You know what I mean? So because the way I grew up, like you know how you got some houses where it'll be like mad sodas, mad juices, but you can't open up the other flavor until
the other one's done.
The other one is done.
Yeah.
I didn't grow up like that. If we got 8 juices and I wanted strawberry one day and grape the next day, it was cool. You know what I mean? Just don't waste it. You see what I'm saying? So if a kid comes to my crib and he said, he didn't ask and he opened up the chips, the biggest thing in my house, you have to ask. It's not a matter of if it's been open yet or not open yet. You just have to ask. You know what I'm saying? So I personally wouldn't have an issue with it if he asked. You know what I mean? But if he don't ask, he know me. He say, hey, Mr. Lynch or Eric, whatever he called me, he just come in the crib, open up mad shit without asking.
Yeah, I'm the type of person like if neighborhood kids could come to my crib and they can eat, like they can eat lunch, they can eat dinner, like we cool with that. It's just like you said, it's just like just don't come up here like you live here and just start going in cabinets and all that. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
look, and I think that's a big dynamic in the neighborhood is where you have that house where like it's that specific house that's home to everybody.
Word, that was Caesar's house.
You know what I'm saying? So you walk in that house, I'm not gonna say free reign with respect. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you come to the crib, you could eat, you could do this, that, whatever, but there has to be some level of respect where, you know what I mean? Like you don't live here, but I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm gonna make sure, you know, you good to go when you leave. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I think our house is like Caesar's house was probably more free range, where we probably could just go in there and just eat mad snacks and chill. But I think for the most part, our house's period was like you could come to my house to eat dinner too. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a big deal. You know what I'm
so
saying?
now,
like,
so I don't mean to cut you. So my house was like that, right?
Yeah.
My house had the snack drawer, but the thing is, the difference was it wasn't random kids who came to my house. It was always my crew, my best friends. You know what I'm saying? People that you saw my parents seeing every day.
Yeah.
So either Saturday, Sunday, when they went shopping, right? My friends come over, they look in the snack drawer, they see the Entenmann's cakes and the Gushers and all that.
Oh, see, he had money.
Right.
I did.
Yeah.
My parents were good.
You had Gush? You
I
had
would never
Gush?
deny my parents. I would never deny my parents.
He doing good in life, man. Entenmann's, man.
Yeah. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Yo, it's good to have parents who did good. But I was never a brat. There's a difference. You see what I'm saying? But either way, so when they came to the crib, you know what I mean? It's a little different than what we're talking about because my parents already knew that we was gonna go through the snacks. So they didn't necessarily have to ask because it was kind of already solidified what was gonna happen. You know what I mean? But
yeah, you know that's true too, though, because our Caesar, not to cut you off, but us three, it probably was the same thing what you're talking about because y'all wasn't random kids either.
Nah, yeah. I don't think none of us ever had like random kids. I mean, we might have had like, I don't think there was ever random.
Nah,
kids.
none of us was
always
random.
just the circle.
Like Caesar,
Right.
mom used to let you up in all the way upstairs to my room, like while I was asleep. You know what I'm saying? So it was never random. It was never random in our crib like that.
Yeah.
They knew y'all. Y'all was like, y'all might could get a beating if y'all mess around.
Yeah.
I don't doubt that one at all.
That's
but
pretty
see, when you in the circle, and this is what my best friend said. He said he grew up in a single mom. You know, I don't want to say typical, unfortunately, but nowadays it's kind of more normal. You know what I mean? So he said when he came to my house, he saw my moms and pops. That gave him a different outlook. You know what I'm saying? A different dynamic than what was normal for him. You see what I'm saying? So when we outside of the circle, of course, you know, you have some people who say, oh, yeah, come to E House. It's all good. He couldn't do the same things that the circle did. You see what I'm saying? He was welcome to it, but he still had to go through protocol. You know what I mean? Yo, can I get something to drink? Can I get some of these? You know what I mean? Yeah, you good. You just have to ask. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was me, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't just come in the crib and be like, yo, like, it's all good. You know what I mean? Because my parents always said, first time you're a guest, second time, yo, just you're good to go. You know what I mean? But you can't just be running through the house. You know what I mean? It's crazy because there's a certain dynamic that goes with it. You know what I mean? Like You could get it
I don't
misconstrued.
think we had
kinda.
those dynamics though. I don't think.
Now we did. Now we did. We in our neighborhood, us three definitely. It was kind of free range.
Yeah, it didn't matter whose house you went to.
Yeah,
It really wasn't.
Yeah.
It was just we asked each other like, "Yo, you got chips? Or
Yeah,
you got something to drink?"
make me something to eat real quick. What you got? You know what I'm saying? And we just, you know what I mean, we just.
I don't
do
think.
it.
Yeah, definitely. But
You know what I'm saying?
But I think if I would, like, let's say it's y'all three, and then I just show up, and I don't know if this is me now at 43 or what, but shut up. I feel like because of how I look good though. I look good. But anyway, but I feel like because I know I'm still not part of the normal circle, I would approach it differently. You know what I mean?
You would approach it differently, but our parents would treat you just like us. If you came with us, yeah, you would eat with us.
Definitely.
They won't say like, Terrence and Caesar, y'all good, but who's this kid? Oh, we got to do this is Eric from down the street. Oh, he one of y'all now. Boom, it's over.
Yeah.
Right. So, and that's how my parents are. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you a quick synopsis of how my mom's and pops was. My pops moved to New York, 63. 6 months later, his mom's passed away. He inherited 4 brothers and sisters that he didn't even know. So he had already inherited taking care of people. You know what I'm saying? So if my brother had something, his younger brothers and sisters, his cousins, his nieces and nephews, my pops, he would go broke making sure everybody felt this, nobody felt left out. You see what I'm saying? And even now, right, he's still taking care of people. You see what I'm saying? But he always makes sure nobody feels left out, whether it's friends, family, whatever. If you in the house, you in the house. You know what I'm saying? And I think that carried over for me because, yeah, I remember like 2 years ago, that whole thing with the father bought some McDonald's for one kid, but he didn't bring for the other kids.
Yeah.
Right.
I heard that was staged though too, but yeah.
Right. But either way, the dynamic is there for some people. Some people, they're like that, right?
Yeah.
And then my daughter, she posted the video and she put, "If you know, you know." And all her friends under that was like, you know, just all the comments just started coming because that's how I was for them. You know what I mean? If they was in the house, we all going to get ice cream. We all going, you know what I'm saying? We all eating, we all chilling. It's nobody like, even if it was your first time there, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you in the house, yo, it's all good. You know what I mean? Just at the end of the day, for me, you just have to be respectful and say thank you. I don't care about nothing else. Just give me the thank you. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, word. Yeah, but we gonna get into some other stuff too, though. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, you know, we get the people. We got some social media topics, you know, where we go online and we find different interesting things that people post on social media, and we just get everybody's opinion on it. You know what I'm saying? And see what we talking about. But check this out. They said, listen.
Cinto.
They say these dudes jump your brother. What you doing? Go ahead, Caesar.
I mean, there's not much I could do. It's suicide. I'm jumping in, but it's suicide.
Man, let me tell you something, man.
It's suicide on sight.
The way I think, everybody got a weakness, right?
Yeah.
I ain't the most how can I say, like, fittest dude, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my bad. These dudes, they can't hold their arms up for too long. Everybody got a weakness. They ain't fighting for too long before they out of breath.
I don't think they're gonna need to fight for too long though.
That's what I'm saying. One grab, it's pretty much over.
Nah.
They grab you when you done.
So tell me what their weakness is.
Listen, man.
Even if they're stemming,
what they gonna do if they grab you? Squeeze you? All right, cool. Cool. Why they
hit.
squeezing you? Why they squeezing you? Yo, I'm yo. I don't know. I just think different.
What?
I just think different.
Suicide
I'm
on sight.
on
That's all it is.
Yo, I'm putting them in the fiend something because if they holding you, they can't be holding.
Look, you might get one. You might get one.
That's all I need. That's all I need.
You're not getting other
You
two.
know the rule. You just need one. You don't need all of them.
Y'all gotta explain to me how y'all gonna get one. What you doing?
I don't think you getting one. I think it's suicide on sight.
I'm telling you, me personally, the way I think, I'm getting one.
That's the way you think. That don't mean it's fact.
Look,
I didn't say it was a fact.
I weigh 206 pounds.
You can't. You listen. I don't care who it is. You can't just jump my brother and expect me to not get something.
We fighting, but it's suicide on sight though.
Yeah, if you don't got no weapons, we all I'll tell you, I'm jumping in.
I'll tell you like this.
Just get knocked out. That's it.
Yeah,
you jump on one of their back.
What's gonna happen?
You jump on one of their back and you Mike Tyson one of their ears. It's over for them. That's how I think.
They turn into a pit bull, bro.
That's how I am. That's how anything you from the street, anything go.
You might.
I ain't throwing punches. I'm going for the jugular. That's all you need. You bite the nose off. It don't matter. It don't matter.
I understand that. That make you seem like you're a little crazy. And they're like, yo, let's get away from this dude.
That's how I think. That's how I think.
That's a high jump on a back too. That's crazy.
It is. But
especially my man in the middle. My man in the middle might be the biggest one though.
Nah, I think to the right.
The one on the right.
I go with the one in the middle, but you know what I'm saying? You change the dynamic of the fight because they thinking muscle wise. They thinking that's their strength. They thinking with their muscles. I'm thinking, I gotta even the score. You know what I'm saying? So however I do that, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean?
You gotta be like, yo, fellas, listen. Let's get something.
Bring it in.
Let's get something to eat. Let's get something to eat. Let's talk about this. I'm picking Caesar up. You know what I mean? Like, yo, listen, you ain't have to do that to my brother like that. You know what I mean? Let's get something to eat. Let's just discuss what's going on. Like, what was the misunderstanding?
What made y'all want to jump my brother like that? Like, you see how little it only took one of y'all. Why I need all three of y'all? Y'all hungry? I want some food. Like, come on. Y'all gonna finish?
I don't know, man.
All right, so basically, we all saying is we all getting knocked out.
We all gonna get jumped.
Yeah.
I ain't running from it.
Easy. You know what I'm saying? But again, they can only jump for so long. These niggas is not.
I don't think they need much time though.
I don't think they need much time. I can tell you right now for sure. If I get grabbed, I'm over, man. I might tell Caesar. I might tell y'all to run. Like, yo, just run.
Nah. Hey,
somebody got to get home. Somebody got to get home and tell somebody.
Some 300 type joint. Somebody got to be left to tell the story.
You know what I mean? I just watched 300 today too.
Coming back with the ratchets.
Such a great one. That's a classic.
But listen, we gonna move on. We all getting knocked out, so we gonna just move on.
Not before they lose the ear though.
Yeah, Eric taking the air with him.
Now listen, this one I seen online. It says mom says she's allowed to look through her kids' phones because she pays for them.
Yes,
I agree or y'all disagree.
I think that's a typical response.
So are y'all talking from a parent's perspective now because we all got kids?
I was about to say.
Or are we talking from the kids' perspective when we was teenagers? You ain't really want moms going through your phone like that.
But so listen, as a teenager, you already know. You think you know everything. Yo, don't come in my room. Don't look through my phone. Don't go through my stuff. But you don't pay for nothing. You see what I'm saying? But as a parent of, my daughters are not teens anymore, but as a parent, you have to be prepared for what you might find. You see what I'm saying? So if you're looking and you find something, you have to be prepared for what you might see because kids nowadays, or just kids in general, you already know when we was kids, it's virtually the same thing, just different type of technology. We was doing things we wasn't supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? And if your parents found out, then you gotta deal with them consequences. Just like they got.
So what they're saying is they basically saying is like what they're saying is, do kids have privacy if you paying for everything? Do your kids have any privacy in your crib, or should they have some privacy in your crib?
I think to an extent, like they diary, maybe, but not.
I think to an extent, until if they're doing what they're supposed to do.
So you say you need a reason,
right?
Not necessarily a reason, but sort of kind of like a reason. You know what I mean? Like if my kids are getting good grades, like I look at their friends and their friends are like, you know what I'm saying? The crowd they hang around, it's not going to necessarily give me a reason. You see what I'm saying? But I also, if I don't have that reason and I pick up their phone and they don't do anything, then that's also kind of let me know, yo, I'm in, you know, that I think it's okay.
They don't got nothing to hide.
They ain't got nothing to hide. But you pick up that phone, whether they get good grades, bad grades, the crowd they hang out with is solid or not solid. Once you pick up that phone, whether you just picking it up to hand it to them or whatever, and they start acting all funny, then you have a definite reason. You see what I'm saying? I think every situation is kind of, you know, however the situation presents itself is how you handle at that moment. You know what I mean?
But see that you said if it's a diary, see that you ain't reading through them diaries.
Nah, I think there has to be an extent of privacy. They're individuals. You know what I mean? Like if it's their phone, emails, you could, you know, free reign, check through that. But they diary, that's their personal thoughts.
What if they never know you read through it? You just gonna, you know what I mean? You on some sneaky joint?
I mean, possibly.
Okay. I just want you to keep it real. That's all I wanted you to do.
Possibly.
Nah, the diary. I agree. I don't think I'll read the diary because sometimes that's just your expression. Like it's somebody, like if you write poetry, that's how I expressed myself when I was a kid. Like I literally wrote poetry. I hate poetry, love poetry, emotional type joint. Like that's kind of how I express myself. So if you read that, you might think something. I just be in the moment and I'd be like, yo, I hate my dad right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't really hate my dad, but it'd be something like that. Like he ain't give me $5 to go to the pool. You know what I'm saying? So I'm mad at him now. So I'll write something like, oh, this nigga stingy. Like he got all this money and won't give me no bread. Like what's good? But when it comes to like your phone, I agree with Nicola. She said that, you know, the internet ain't safe. You know what I'm saying? So there's some stuff on there where there's predators who will prey on your kid's innocence, man. So you gotta be a protector for that. So you gotta look out for those kind of things.
The difference between a diary and a phone is there ain't no monthly bill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm reading all of it though.
And
you reading the diary?
You reading the diary?
I'm reading all of it. Yeah.
Nah, you like the diary.
Like, what's your reason though? Like,
is the diary is a little different? Like you need to read it? Because let me say something real quick, right? The diary is kind of, that's like that sacred, you know, like that's their only room for their private thoughts. And once you break those private thoughts, they're going to feel like they can't trust anything when it comes to you. You see what I'm saying? Now the phone, like you said, that's a monthly bill. I'm literally paying for that every month. The internet, all the stuff that presents itself nowadays, you have to be on top of that. You know what I'm saying? The parental advisory, the parental controls, all that stuff. You have access to all of that.
So
nowadays,
so let's say you feel like there's red flags, right? You check the phone, there's nothing on the phone, but you still feel like something off, and you see the diary. Are you reading it?
I'm reading the diary. I'm reading the diary all the time. Let me tell you why. I'm reading everything because when you be seeing, I'm only talking because of the time we live in and these kids that we're talking about. A lot of these kids, they have a very high suicide rate, right? And a lot of these parents is caught off guard. They be like, I didn't even know what they had no signs. We didn't even know they was going through nothing. That's why I think it's very. I don't think you should tell them you reading it. But I think if you see it, flip through some pages, man. You never know. You might see something in some of the pages. You might not tell them, but now you addressing things that you read that they don't know you read.
So
now
let me follow, because that's not a bad thing. Let me follow a question. What if they catch you? What you saying?
Catch you, then you gotta hit them with the, yo, I was looking for my book. I found it.
So you're gonna lie.
He's sitting there lying, but he's like this the whole time.
Dad, I saw you flipping through the pages.
I'll be like, yo, I write too. I don't know.
Yeah, but Dad, my book is pink.
Right.
My book is pink. You knew this wasn't your book.
It fell on the floor. Then you hit it with the like, yo, you gotta start putting your stuff up under your bed. I ain't know.
So Eric, so I go back to my question to you. So because I agree on that side too, where it's personal. But if you feel something's off and you see that book and you checked all avenues, all channels, and you ain't see anything, and this is the last source that you didn't check, are you grabbing the book and reading?
Yes, I'm gonna read the book. Okay. You know what I mean? Because the reality is nobody's perfect, but at the end of the day, I'd rather beg for forgiveness and come to a solution. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, I'm gonna read the book. I'm gonna do everything possible not to read the book. But if like you said, I've done everything and something's still off, then yeah, I might even go find the book.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You gotta go,
I think it's all situational. I think it's it's definitely all situational.
Because I think you might catch something in that book that you had no idea. Because we not naive. You a different person when you home than when you go out with your friends.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So you go outside and then all of a sudden you reading through that book and you finding things that you didn't know your son or your daughter was even going through at the time. So now you address it without saying you read it. So now you addressing the situations now.
Okay, you answered my follow-up question. I was gonna say, if you read something, found something, how would you approach it?
Yeah, it depends on what it is. But you got to address it. Honestly, I wouldn't let them know you read it because you want to kind of still have you still want to kind of be reading it later.
Right.
Whatever you reading, right? You address it sideways in a sense, right?
Yeah. Not just a little bit.
She's going through bullying, right? Or he's going through bullying. Hey, let's go to the boxing gym. Let's go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Like something where they don't even know that but it's just something that, hey, let's just do this as a bonding thing. You know what I'm saying? Or, some, like my daughter, she's super skinny. She just turned 12. Today's her birthday, right? She's super skinny.
All right, happy birthday.
Appreciate it. She'll love that. She's skinny for her size, right? And she could go, she hasn't, but kids get made fun of for being too skinny, too fat. You know what I mean? Even little girls who are shapely, you know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I was in school, I knew who had shape and who didn't. You know what I'm saying? Even at 12, 13 years old, you just know. Yeah. So all those things and I'm saying girls because I have all girls, right? Makes them feel uncomfortable. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Because of the attention. So you have to address certain things sideways to kind of counteract what they're going through. You know what I'm saying? And I just think that's the best approach, even for boys, whatever it is they're going through. You say, just approach it sideways.
Yeah. So like you read a diary and they be like, yo, dad never spends no time with me. You don't go there and be like, yo, what you mean? I just did this. You just be like, yo, like today it's me and you today. Me and you, right. We going to the movies, we going to the mall. It's just me and you today, and you address it that way. I don't think you should ever tell them you read it though. But if I think you should always at home. I don't believe in that whole privacy thing at home. I believe in like if you in the house, I can make you think you got privacy. but I'm gonna be in your business until I can't be in your business no more. Because it's gonna be a time period where you get older and you get grown, and I ain't gonna be in your business. I can't. But while you under here, I need to know what's going on. I need to know.
See, like me growing up, I wasn't allowed to be in my room, and I couldn't have closed doors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with the closed doors. I don't like the closed doors either.
Right. So it's. I didn't know what it was like my room was only for sleeping. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know what that's like to until I got my house or even my own place. That's when I really felt like, yeah, this belongs to me. I was about to say, you know what I'm saying? This belongs to me because my room, even though I had posters and all that stuff, when it was time for school, I was out the crib. When I came home from school, I couldn't be in the room, so I was outside or in the basement. You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, why they didn't want you in your room though?
They never really said. Old school parents, I don't got to tell you, but I never really asked. It never really mattered to me. You know what I mean? Like, listen, I ain't even, like he said, my parents did good. You know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't like like the Cosby Show, but we had everything we wanted. So when they said like all my video games, everything was in the basement. All my toys, everything was in the basement. Nothing was in my room. Just my bed, my stereo, whatever. Yeah. And my stereo I got from my brother. So yeah, you know what I mean? Like it just. I don't know what it was. I didn't know what it was like, huh?
I understand that, dude, because me growing up, I was in my room a lot. You know what I'm saying, dude? But I was, I like punishment. Nah, yeah, that too. But even when I wasn't on punishment, I always, even to this day, I like being alone a lot. You know what I'm saying? So my room was like, I love being by myself. Only thing about it is like now that I have kids of my own. I don't like when my daughter is closed up in her room. I don't like it. Come outside, man. We out here, man. Like I don't want you to be closed up in your room. I don't, because I feel like you're away from everybody.
And that I guess that was more so my dad's approach. So our basement, everything was in the basement. Like that's like if you ever came to my house in Queens, first place everybody goes to is the basement. Every TV, kitchen, everything was downstairs. Upstairs was like one of those sacred places. Don't touch, don't move, this, that, and the third. You see what I'm saying? So it was the same thing. Like if I'm upstairs in my room and everybody's in the basement, my pops is like, yo, this is where you're supposed to be at. Not you know what I'm saying? Not upstairs in the room. Yeah. You know? So that's just how it was for me.
Yeah, so basically what we saying is we reading diaries, but we ain't telling them. You know what I mean? Nah,
I ain't reading diary. I learned my lesson.
Let me tell you why you don't know that yet. Your kids is too little. Your kids is way too little. When they get to teenage stages, come talk to me when you in the teenage stage.
I think they gotta give me a reason to go look through it. Like if I just saw it, I'd be like, oh, that's that's their personal.
Well, me and you on the same page then. Like it's that's a last ditch effort. You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact with this dude, even when we work out, we was talking about the things that motivate us, right? Yeah. If Carmela writes in a book that some young man asked her just to go to the mall, we already know how this dude gonna react. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's for both of us, it's a last ditch effort. I'm not just gonna go off top and read it. You know what I mean?
So if you saw it, so Corey, you saw it, right? You saw the journal sitting on the table. You ain't got no reason to go look at it. You're just gonna go look at it like, oh, let me see what's going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna flip through it.
See, you doing that too?
It's situational for me. It's very situational.
I think Corey got the most experience right now, just because he kind of living in the moment right now, and we not. Eric's kids they pretty much grown except for the 12-year-old, but you got a teenager who who know everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, it's
So-
they say T has all girls, so you know what I mean.
Yeah. Hey, he got all girls too. He jinxed me.
I did.
He jinxed me.
Listen,
I got
I'm
3
just like,
girls and a stepdaughter.
I think what it is. I just think that it's gonna come a time period where you can't be nosy, and I think in this day and time, you need to be nosy. You need to be nosy. You have to, because we live in a time period where these kids be into stuff, man, and you want to catch them. You call yourself trying to give them privacy, but you don't even realize in a diary they talking about, yeah, tomorrow my friend is gonna let me take this pill that all these kids is taking in school, and you over here trying to not to read it, but home they about to take some fentanyl, like you don't even know.
But see, here's the thing. I always try to keep my girls in the loop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But again, I take that approach sideways. So for me, I make it seem like they're letting me know what's going on. You see what I'm saying? And as a dad, so my daughter, she says to me, she says, Dad, the reason it's so hard for me to have a boyfriend is because I know you love me so much. You see what I'm saying? Because we have that bond. You know what I mean? Like you hear it all the time. Oh, dad is a daughter's first love and this, that, and the third. My middle daughter, Trinity, right? She literally models everybody after me. You see what I'm saying? So once you're that presence in your daughter's life, you don't have to read a diary to start picking up on things, just having conversation, things like that, because you're the first person that they trust. And I'm speaking for girls. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. A girl and her dad, the first person that she full on trust is going to be you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to say I don't have to, but I don't necessarily have to be nosy, because I feel with my daughters, I'm getting it from the source.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now, I understand what you're saying, because everybody doesn't have that relationship. You see what I'm saying? My older daughter, I met her boyfriend, you know what I mean? He's not what I would pick for her, but he makes her happy.
You want a podcast? You want a podcast, though?
You said what?
You on a podcast?
I said you want a podcast?
Don't go too far.
Oh no.
I hate that nigga. If I sit here, guns is blazing. Bang, bang, bang.
Right.
This is gonna be on YouTube later.
No. He's cool. He's absolutely cool. You know what I mean? Okay. But again, I know my relationship with my girls. You see what I'm saying? So I don't have to necessarily go too hard for like picking up the diary and snooping, spying, whatever. You know what I mean? Now, I don't know. That's just how I feel. Like I think it's all in your bond, not your relationship, but your bond with your children.
Now I know about the bond too. I just feel like I always put myself in situations. So I'm saying, okay, when I was at home, my mom and my pops, they knew Corey at home, but everybody got that other side when they leave out the house. I want to know that side. I want to know that side. That's what I want to know. Who are you when you're not in here?
I could agree.
Yeah, who are you when you're not in here? That's all really what I'm saying.
Because that's what I mean. Generally, that's what kids do. You know what I'm saying? I remember my dad. You know how in the 90s, right? I used to I still do wear my sneakers real loose, right? And this is just kind of like a testament to an overall relationship of parents and children, right? My dad used to yank my laces, all right? Soon as I get around the corner, right? Go to school, the lace the way I want. I'm coming home. I stop right at that corner, yank the laces. You know what I'm saying? But again, like you said, that's the side that when they out the house, they don't know that. They don't know that I'm 10 years old saying curses and, you know, acting like I'm grown. So I get it, you know.
Yeah.
So I do agree with you. I see what you're saying. I guess like in all agreements, even like what Caesar said is situational, you know.
Yeah, it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I probably had I have siblings that you probably had to check a little bit more than you had to check me. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is a little different, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know. But we all saying we might read the diary, we might not. Who knows? You know what I'm saying? All situational. Sarah said he ain't reading it, but he don't know what he's talking about. So
I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I'm too wet behind the ears.
Trust me, nah, he's gonna read it. He's just not gonna go up top and read it, but he's gonna read it.
Yeah, he definitely gonna read it. All right, but let's move on. Now, listen. Let me put this on full screen though. I'm dying to see what you guys feel about this right here. Now it says, ladies, it's about time to normalize this. How do y'all feel about ladies proposing?
I disagree. Well, I don't know about all that getting on the knee stuff. Like, you ain't doing that to me. That's like me laying in bed and you pulling my pants off. Nah. You ain't. I can't do that.
Yo, what's your pants?
Really, look how that looks. Look how that looks. Right? Like Terrence always said, oh, so you calling me a nah.
See how you feel though. See how you feel about women proposing.
I mean, if that's what this
You're
generation
okay with
is
it.
doing, nah, if that's what this generation is doing, I get things change, times change.
Nah.
I don't think it flies in our generation. I don't think it's something that anybody that we grew up with or even before us, I don't think they'd be comfortable with this. It just feels awkward. The whole picture looks awkward.
It does.
But if that's what this generation is doing, I'm not gonna knock it.
Listen, let me tell you. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna say something that might be a little controversial, right?
Oh God.
I'm gonna speak it directly to the ladies right now. Listen, if you gotta propose to your man, he do not want to marry you. 100% do not want to marry you if you gotta pop the question first, because men kind of know they want to marry a woman way earlier than women know they want to marry a man. Like
I wouldn't even say kind of. I wouldn't even say kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like it's definitely less than a year though. Like a man can see a girl.
Yeah.
And he could be like, "Yo, I'll marry her." But if you gotta wait so long to the point where she gotta propose, I'm telling you, you're making a mistake. You put him on the spot. He might say yeah because some people's around, but he do not want to marry you if you gotta propose to him.
Yeah,
the only way I would say it's okay is if I've been dating for a while, right? And I'm talking, when I say a while, I'm talking 5+. And she said, "Hey, are we doing this or not?" That's the only way.
But that's not a proposal. That's an ultimatum at that point. It's like, yo, are we doing it or are we not doing it? Because I need that.
Right. And that's the only way it's okay for me. Right.
Now could a breadwinner situation, like who's the breadwinner could play a part? Let's say she's bringing in the money and he's really not. Could that change it? Could that sway what y'all saying?
What you mean by that?
Is she making more than him, or he's like significantly more?
Yeah, like significantly more. And he's
a lawyer and he works at McDonald's.
Yeah. Let's say that situation. He's a lawyer.
So what you saying, Cedar? You saying that he's not proposing to her? Why? Because he's not making money yet?
Well, that could be one, right? He don't feel like he is financially stable enough to take care of her, or he's embarrassed on the type of ring he could get her, and she don't care about that. She's trying to make a statement that it don't bother. She could take care of that stuff. She just wants to be married.
That would make sense if you talking like 6 months to a year since they've been together. Yeah. If you talking like 5 or 6 years after that, what was he doing? For 5 or 6 years?
Yeah, that's fair.
That he didn't get his life together. You know
that's fair. That's fair. I'm talking 6 months to a year.
Yes. So okay. So 6 months to a year, right? If she really feels that way, right? then I'm all for it, because at the end of the day, it's none of our business, right? But if I'm that dude, I'm gonna be like, yo, babe, you can't be on your knees.
Right. I was just about to ask that. Like, if we were all single, right? We all of us single, right? And we dating, and then a girl proposed that you've been dating for a little bit, proposed to you. Yeah. Would you be okay? Like, you all right with that? You gonna feel all right about that? Like,
I don't think our generation is gonna accept that. Like, it don't. We weren't raised.
I don't know if
I don't think any generation feel that way.
I don't know, man. This new generation is different, man. This new generation
they are.
Is different.
You gotta remember,
really are. We're speaking from our mindset, how we grew up and how we was raised and conditioned.
A lot of this
ain't like that now.
A lot of this generation is, oh, you just gotta accept it. You know what I mean? Like, I was talking to my daughter, right? And we was talking about the TV show The Chi, right? So I've been binge watching it. And The Chi is very much catered towards today's generations, right? And I said to my daughter, I said, it's kind of hard for me to watch certain things, because not even because it's graphic, but just because I don't necessarily full on agree per se, right? Yeah. Or not even that. It's not even really a matter of agreeing. It's a matter of, I just feel they're pushing the agenda. That's the part I don't like, right? So she's like, yeah, I don't agree with it either, Dad, but it just is what it is at this point. You know what I mean? And I think that's where the generation is different from ours, where we'll hold on to it, where they're just like, ain't nothing I could do about it. So, oh well, you know, and they're okay with it.
Yeah.
You know,
I think that, I don't know. I never want, and I have, you know, I have daughters too, and I never want them to get to the. You always want I think the woman is always the prize for me. And maybe I'm old. That's an old school way of thinking.
No, I agree,
but I don't
agree with that completely.
I think a woman is always the prize, and I think she should be. You should get her. She shouldn't be chasing you. I don't never think it looks right when a woman is chasing a man. I don't know. And maybe that sounds sexist. I'm sorry, as old school. I don't think a woman should be chasing men.
But don't you teach your daughters to go after the thing that they want? Like, ain't you teaching them? Like, if they want something, go after it. Like, go after it. So this is the exception.
Okay, so because
it is.
Because if they like a dude, you know what I'm saying, and the dude kind of like half-hearted, like I like you, but you know, I'm cool. Like, I'm cool with just being friends. And especially New York girls, they typically more aggressive than the average bear. You know what I'm saying? So if they out there and they see something they like, they go after that. Now, once you're in a relationship, I guess it might be a little different, right? So then that changes the dynamic of it. But like when you teaching somebody like, yo, I like you, what's good? So you're saying, and from that mentality, you're saying that a woman shouldn't even approach a dude at all, essentially. Right. Like, if they even outside, like, if Nicola wasn't together and if she came up to you like, yo, I think you're cute, can I get your number? You be like, nah, chill, you ain't supposed to do that.
Let me tell you why. Maybe I'm gonna talk. Maybe I'm not gonna speak. I'm not gonna speak.
I want to marry you, son. Dead ass.
I'm not gonna speak.
Monica crazy.
Yo. Hey, listen. I'm not gonna speak for all women, all men. I'm just gonna talk just for myself for a second, right? I'm the type of person that if I don't like to be don't over aggressive approach me.
Right.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Some dudes like that.
So
tell me what you like. Tell me what you want.
I was gonna.
Me. I like to see something I like, and then I want to pursue something that I feel like that everybody's getting turned down from. It's a challenge to me now. If you just giving me something, then who else you giving it to? That's how I look at it.
Again, I get how you're looking at it, right?
Yeah.
But sometimes attraction grows through, because if you walking down the hall, down the street, whatever, and shorty walk by you and you don't approach her, but she think you cute, right? You didn't approach her because the visual aspect didn't catch your eye. You see what I'm saying? Now,
not necessarily. Not necessarily. It depends on what kind of person you are. Like, if you're not aggressive yourself, some of us ain't aggressive. So some of us might see something we like, but our shyness might make us just keep it moving for a second.
Right.
Yeah.
So it should be okay for the girl to approach you then.
Right.
Because now you like the person, they approaching you, and you good with it. I mean, this is completely different than a marriage proposal.
Nah,
You know what I'm saying? A marriage proposal is completely different. But we just talking off of the approach. It should be all right that a girl, go after a dude.
I guess it depends on the approach, right? If it's I don't see that you can speak. I don't like the super aggressive. I don't. I think you coming to me like, yo, you mad cute. What's your number? I don't want that. That's ill. I don't want that.
What you think, C's?
I'm hearing what all y'all saying, and you know what I'm saying. Not everybody makes different points. You know what I mean? I think. So, like, for your example, Corey, like you're saying, like if she's just tossing you, pause.
It's not a pause.
Pause. Meaning, like, if she's just giving you the cheeks or something, like, or she want to toss that at you, I think that's, that's too much.
Not even that far, either. If you just walk up to me and be like, "You mad cute, yo, what's your number?" I don't like that.
I think that's too much.
So Corey, that never happened to you?
Yes, even being married, that happened to me before.
But that's the same thing. Think about it. It's the same thing.
That joint is an absolute.
A girl might not like that neither.
I don't like it.
What about you, Caesar? A girl approaches you like that. You saying, "Oh, obviously now you're denying," but you okay with a girl coming up to you and just being like, "Yo, what's good?"
That I ain't care. That ain't bother me.
You ain't care, right?
That ain't bother me one bit. If you made it easier for me.
So I guess
I ain't gotta have
what I was going to ask is, what is your definition? Because when I think of chasing and what you may think of chasing is two different things. Right. To me, chasing is multiple occasions where, like, yo, like I like Steve and Laura type. You know what I mean? Steve Urkel and Laura.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? To me, that's chasing.
No,
where
that would be Lauren.
That's what keep talking.
She was chasing. You said Laura, right? Yeah, my fault.
Yeah. Of course it's reversed, but you know what I'm saying? Like, now, if it's a one-time thing where she came up to me and was like, say whatever, like, I'm with Caesar. She's like, "Oh, you mad cute, this, that, and the third." I appreciate it. And then the conversation will roll.
So now, why would that be any different than when you get to a marriage proposal, though? Right? Like if she started off the conversation being not the dominant, but the person who starts it first, right? The initiator. That cadence could continue. So why would that be any different?
Because now she's dictating our relationship, and there's a difference between, hey, let's see where this goes, and commitment.
But I'm saying, like, she approached you, right? And everything worked out. The relationship is blossoming, is blooming. You guys get along well. We 8 months in, and she feels like you're the one, and she wants to pop the question.
Now, a man took a run.
Outside of that whole McDonald's and lawyer situation, I don't agree with that.
Even with the McDonald's and lawyer situation, like, she got to understand you're a man, right? Like, and a man has there's a certain level of pride. And I know it's not necessarily, it might be old school, but there's a certain level of pride that a man has in general. So you got to allow him to have that moment for you. If she doing it, maybe she didn't have the discussion. She just did it out the blue. But if she having a discussion and she feel like, I'm gonna propose to this dude, he gonna say yeah because we had the talks. I don't know how I feel about that.
If a woman's proposing to a man, she's rushing him into a situation because she's really expecting him to do it first, and he ain't doing it fast enough.
But I'm saying if y'all talk, if y'all talk and y'all agree, like, yeah, I am ready to get married. I just got to find a way. she might have just broke before him. Like she probably made a proposal before him. Maybe he has something going on. And he's trying to figure it out, and then she did this ahead of time. You know what I'm saying?
Now, question. So let's take the same situation. A woman proposed to a man, but she's not doing it in this picture. You guys at a restaurant. The waiter comes with the dessert. The ring is right in there. Real discreet, real smooth. Is it still unacceptable?
Yeah,
a proposal is a proposal, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like people. I don't like people. Now, mind you, when I said I wouldn't like being approached aggressively. I can show you a subtle way how you can approach a guy without it being aggressive. Really, it's just making yourself seen around them a little bit. Not really saying too much, but small talk. Like if you're working at a job, right, with a woman and she like you, instead of her coming up just being mad aggressive, like yo, you wild, cute, and all that. She could just kind of just be a little small talk, little good morning, how you doing? Keep it moving. Next time y'all sitting at it, maybe at the lunch table, y'all just having a little joke here and there. Now you kind of easing your way into it. It don't all gonna be like, oh, look at you, look at your lips. I like you, like that joint sound like. Now, I don't like the way that feel, man. I don't know. I don't like it.
What if she just approach you like, yo, I think you're very attractive. I would love to get to know you. Here's my number. Call me sometime.
My mind works like that aggressiveness is just who you are, and you might be aggressive like that with mad other people too.
So
I'm mad with this.
I think for a person that's single, and let's say me, I'm not single, just putting that out there. I own it. You know what I mean? But the approach is going to tell me how far it goes. You see what I'm saying? So she approached me with the aggression, all that. I already know this maybe one night or maybe a couple weeks, but it ain't going further than that.
Absolutely.
But, all right, let's hear from some of the girls out here. If you're watching the live, you one of the females. Let's hear from you. I want to hear what y'all got to say, because some of y'all, middle aged, some of y'all a little younger, some a little older. I want to know what y'all think. Are y'all okay proposing to your potential husband, or are you not gonna be okay with it? I want to hear what y'all guys. I especially want to hear what Monica got to say. She's mad funny, so I can only imagine.
That's desperate work.
Yo,
you think so? It's desperate work. So
I'll be curious. Corey or Terrence, put a poll on your Facebook, and I want to see what people are saying. I'll be curious to see what those results are.
Yeah, I'll put it.
I don't think this is I think it's gonna be very lopsided. I don't think that's gonna. Yeah. Most people are gonna say nah. There's very few people who are gonna be like, yeah, I'll propose to the dude that I want. You know what I'm saying? If I know he a good dude and I want to make sure that I got him, like, and this is somebody I can spend my rest of my life with, then yeah, I'll do it. But Nicola's saying desperation. It's a desperate move on her part. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you a different question. We all got daughters here, right? Would you be okay with your daughter proposing to her boyfriend?
Once again, though,
nasty work.
You're talking to. We all come from the same generation, so of course and none of us is gonna agree with this. None of us is gonna be like.
I'll be mad disappointed.
If your daughter did, if your daughter did it, how you gonna feel about your daughter doing that?
But I'm saying,
I'll be tight.
You know our answer though. We come from the same generation. We always raised that this is unacceptable.
I'm gonna feel like I failed. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna feel like I failed.
You taking it personal like that?
I didn't make you feel special enough that you could wait for somebody to come to you and want you as their wife. You run around here on your knees proposing to dudes, crazy.
But it's one person. Y'all making it sound like they just bouncing from dude to dude, just dropping on their knee proposing.
Yeah, but see,
you know what I mean?
See, that they don't scream desperation to you though.
I think it's based on the situation. I don't think it's just a one size fits all. I don't think it's always gonna be a desperation or out of desperation.
Wait, what Monica said? Absolutely not. She said, I'll shot block her before her knee hits the ground. Yo, man, for real, it's like, yo, what you the prize. Don't be over there putting your knee down for some dude, man. You crazy. Don't do that.
But then, so what is the dude then?
Yeah, I'm saying. So she the prize. What? So you got Rain. Rain ain't the prize.
So you telling me if someone proposed to Rain when Rain is an adult and a woman proposed to Rain, You gonna tell Rain to be like, nah, don't do that?
I'm gonna know he's not ready, because when a man is ready, a man moves on it. He's gonna move on it. When a man does not propose to you, do not play yourself and go propose to him, because he ain't ready to marry you yet. When a man knows, he knows.
But like he said, maybe he just don't got the financial acumen at that particular moment to be like, yo, I can get you the ring that you want. You know what I'm saying? That I know it's that you deserve.
So if we're talking finances, right? If we're talking finances, nowadays, if you're working at McDonald's, right? Yeah. You have the finances. You know what I'm saying? Technically, it's just not going to be the dream fairy tale that you want. So I would agree with Corey and say, if you know you want to marry somebody, you're gonna find a way. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna make it happen.
Get that Zell's credit card.
Something, you know what I mean? Now, outside of that, I don't, you know, if you ain't got anything, then
you shouldn't be getting married.
That's
right.
Yeah, you're right.
I get it.
I don't think, I think when it comes to the way men are wired, it's like a man, a wife, a woman could be a man is not really that difficult. So he'll see a woman, he could do certain things in his mind, be like, yo, I could marry this woman. Like, and that could be like 6 months. That could be like 6 months. It could be early. But if you were with that man and it's like 7 years in and he ain't actually proposed to you yet, he don't see you as no wife yet, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think X amount of years. If it's too long,
not even that long. It could be 4 years. But one thing is though, is with a man is that a lot of these women sometimes give men wife privileges, and then they don't have to commit.
Correct.
Sometimes you give him things that he's supposed to get when y'all married. You giving it to him way earlier. Now if I could get this without actually having to sign these papers and give you half of anything, if we split, I will live comfortable like this. If you give him something like, nah, you're not getting this until we make this official, then a man probably commit faster. But if you giving him all of them marital things early, then yeah, he will go 5, 6, 7 years without marrying.
Here we go.
I just read the same thing. I was like, oh.
All right, so I'm a little more on the other side of the spectrum, right? I waited 10 years. You know what I'm saying?
But put it in context though. When did you get married? What age?
Me and Michelle was together for 10 years. We got married when we was 28, 29.
But
okay.
I think that's different. I only think that's different because you're still technically, you got together in your adolescence.
Yeah.
When you talking, let's just say 30 and up, and you together from 30 to 35, and you don't know what you want, that's different than being with someone from 19 to 28. You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yep.
30 to 40, there's no reason for that. Unless both of y'all agree that we are both okay with this. And in most sense, the woman's only okay with it because she knows the man is not necessarily on that same page yet. And she's just kind of holding on. You see what I'm saying? I don't know too many women that's like, I don't want to be married.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Usually if it's an agreement, it's because of how the man is thinking, not the woman.
Yeah.
So just reading this comment from Future 26, he said, watching this with my fiance, we just got engaged after 7 years, right? So it's not out the norm, and it's like a lot of the new generation, as much as we say like they kind of weird with stuff like that, a lot of them don't necessarily want to get married. It takes a long time for them to figure that out. So I don't think that timeline makes a difference to them, because I'm gonna live with you for such amount of years and be like, you know what, this ain't working out. I don't like the person you've become, because the person that you marry or the person that you date today ain't the same person 5 years from now. Everybody evolves, everybody changes, everybody go through that. And some people ain't ready for that commitment. So that's why they were like, yo, I do this. And if you change to the point I don't like it, then I just move on, and that's that. But I think that's how this generation thinks versus our generation was more, you stick together no matter what. And it was to the detriment to like, to some of our older, like our parents' generation, it was to the detriment. They would stay with people they was miserable with because they're like, nah, we can't be divorced. So which one is right? You know what I'm saying? You can't figure that out. Like, so I think now they learn it from our generation and they learn it from their grandparents' generation. Like, yo, I'm not gonna live a miserable life, so I'm not gonna do that. And then on the opposite end, it's like the girl will be like, yo, I know I like this dude. We talked about it. We've been together for 2 years or 3 years, and I know he wants to marry me. I want to marry him. He might not have it, and I want him to know like it's okay. So I'm gonna do this. And again, I wouldn't be okay with it. I wouldn't even be okay with my daughter's doing it. My oldest is 7 or 6 right now. She's about to be 7 in a couple weeks. But like, I wouldn't be okay with that just because traditionally this is how it's supposed to go, right? You want somebody chasing after your daughter, not your daughter chasing after somebody else. But is their mentality wrong for doing it? I can't say it's wrong. I just think it's different because it's unorthodox, and unorthodox don't necessarily mean wrong.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess maybe it's a generational thing. I wouldn't want it, but you know, what you think, either your daughter grow up, she proposing to a dude. What's up?
I mean, once again, I'll go back to what you were saying. It's generational. So for me, no. But you know, is it something that I might have to accept with the new generation? Maybe, I don't know. But for me, no. I would want someone to propose to my daughter versus my daughter proposing to someone else.
I mean, at the end of the day, there's always I don't care how close a parent and their child is in age, there's still some type of generation gap. You see what I'm saying? Because the way and I don't want to say if you're a good parent, but let's just say good parents and children, they'll never see eye to eye 100%. There's always going to be something where the kid is going to say, well, you're thinking from a different standpoint. You see what I'm saying? And as a parent, we always are going to have to accept something that our children do that we don't agree with.
Word. You
know what I'm saying? So no matter how you look at it, it's always a generational thing. You see what I'm saying? Even like I have my daughter at 19, right? She had my brother at 19, but she was already established. You see what I'm saying? Where she had her career already, where I didn't have anything. Yeah. So even though it was the same, like the age gap was the same, the dynamic was different, but I wasn't getting rid of my daughter. You see what I'm saying? I wasn't going to send her to the clinic. So my mom had to accept that. You see what I'm saying? And you just have to, at some point, you got to give your children some of that grace, you know, and be able to just trust their instincts. I could be disappointed, but I still have to accept it. You see what I'm saying?
Now listen, go back to that comment. Nina Super Latina X. Now listen, you said what about vows? I need you to elaborate on what you mean. Like tell us what you mean about the vows, and then we answer that question. But there's another somebody. What did he say? Our kids threw in a little monkey wrench into growing our relationship. Thank you guys for speaking on the changes in the relationship world. Oh yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like you said, there's some reasons. Like when I say a man knows he wants to marry a woman early, him knowing he wants to marry her and him actually proposing to marry, like if they both in their mind know like, we're gonna get married one day, but just right now is not the time. I get that. I'm talking about if your man never even say he wanted to marry you and you go propose to him, I think that's dangerous.
That is dangerous.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, with that context, I agree with that. I think that's where it gets a little dangerous.
But I think let's think about it from this as well. Now, traditionally, you will go and talk to your potential wife's parents and ask for permission, right? So you're saying this girl comes to you and be like, yo, I want to marry your son. Like, how's that conversation even go? Like, how does that even work out? Because it was like, especially for my generation, how are we gonna be okay? Like, hey, I hear what you're saying, and I'm cool with you marrying my son, but is he ready? Because as long as he, you know what I'm saying, is that how the conversation gonna go, or is it gonna go? Yeah, go ahead, you know.
It ain't gonna fly. It ain't gonna fly with the moms.
It's not. I don't think the conversation is gonna fly. Period. Because one of the things that we're forgetting about, right, is that conversation is about to happen. But what Terrence just offered up was a bit of wisdom. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of these scenarios that we're presenting, we're not presenting the wisdom side of it. You see what I'm saying? So she comes, she says, hey, I want to marry your son, or this, that, and the third. That's where us as parents have to say, hey, because technically when you go to ask for a hand in marriage, they don't even know. You see what I'm saying? The spouse doesn't know. The potential spouse doesn't know. So that's when the parents have to offer up that wisdom, like Terrence said. Is he ready to get married? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Why are you here? Like I have to understand that dynamic before anything else. And even at that point, she come to me, to her her mother or what, or his mother or whatever, right? We had to have a sit down and be like, something ain't right here.
Yo, this chick is crazy.
Right.
She out her mind. She ain't marrying my son. Right. Your mind.
No, it's great. It's crazy. But like when I was about to propose to Nicola, I went to my mom's and I told my mom's what I was about to do. And she told me, she said, Corey, what if I tell you I don't want you to marry Nicola? I said, well, I'm gonna marry her anyway. She said, then you ready?
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because if I can't convince you not to marry her, then you really love her to the point where you're ready. You're ready to do it. You know what I'm saying? You're ready to do it. But like you said, I don't know. Like if a girl goes to a family, be like, yo, I'm trying to propose to your son. I can see the mother's the one that's gonna get nasty, I think. the mother not gonna.
I disagree.
I think it's not even about being nasty. I just think as men we would be like, wait, like we think different. I think we would be speechless. Like, wait, what? Like, you see what I'm saying? Like a mother, she's gonna automatically start firing off because
that sounds crazy.
That sounds crazy. Yeah. And women they're more emotional, where men are supposed to think first.
Yeah.
But when that man is speechless, it's kind of like, I think that's more the testament where, like, I don't even know what to say. You know what I mean? I don't even.
You go to your son, be like, where you find this girl from, man?
but legitimately, what if she's a good girl, right? She checks all the boxes.
It doesn't matter.
Right?
It doesn't matter.
All that don't matter.
It doesn't. Like that's where the wisdom would have to come in.
Yeah.
You have to offer that wisdom. Like, yo,
I agree.
Yeah, she might check all the boxes either, but you're gonna try to figure out why are you making the step that was supposed to be made to you.
Yeah, if you got all the boxes checked, why is it that you're coming here and my son is not doing what he's supposed to be doing?
Now,
hold on, let's read this comment real quick. It says, that's where things differ from now and back in the day. Back then, you knew the potential for a while because they have dated your child and got to know them. It's much easier to give your blessings. So I agree. You know, it's like I said, generational to generation to generation to generation. Things that obviously has changed throughout the years, and you know we kind of got to accept that. I do want to know, like, I want to go back to your last comment, Nina. What did you mean by the marriage vows exactly? Like, what are you saying about that? Like, elaborate on that a little bit.
Certain people, I think, go by vows where they write their own, right? And there are other people who, like me, I'm a Christian, so we go by biblical vows. And everybody don't go by biblical vows. Everybody has different religions and different beliefs. So everybody who's married don't have Christian marriages. Some have Islamic marriages, and some have, you know, whatever they write in their vows. You know what I'm saying? But only dangerous thing about vows is when you making these vows, you got to live by these vows. And if you writing your own joints, you know what I mean, and it don't got some of the stuff that you should be doing, it gets a little funny a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It just depends on whether, like me, I grew up Christian. Me and my wife are Christian. We went through Christian vows when we got married, so we lived biblical vows in our marriage. And everybody else lives, you know, somebody else might live a different way. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she meant by vows, but nowadays they write in their own joints. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think that's necessarily.
I wrote mine.
I think you should write yours. I also think you should go by the ones written already.
Yeah. Mine was built off of it, but I had my own personal things that I wanted to strive for.
Yeah.
All right, that was dope.
They might put it in like, I don't really got to listen to you that much. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean?
Back in the day, they made it work no matter what. Now it's like, if it ain't work, let's get a divorce. Yeah, it's a microwave generation. That's kind of how it is.
No. Let me explain that. Right? I used to think like that too. Right? Back in the day, we're talking about a lot of women who didn't really have. I'm talking about way back, like my grandmother's days. These women didn't have careers. Right? The man is the only one who worked, and they were at home taking care of the kids. So when you don't have nothing, you don't walk away fast, because now you don't know what you're walking away to. You give up, you divorce this man that's been taking care of you the whole time, even if he abusing you. Now you go out into the world with no job, no money, no nothing. And so now a lot of these older women, they stayed in bad relationships because they had no choice. So you be thinking like, my grandmother was married for 50 years. But was it a good 50 years? It could have been 50 years full of abuse. You have no idea, because she might have stayed just because she had to.
Yeah,
so a lot of people thinking like old marriages was better. That's not necessarily true. I think nowadays we live in a society where both men and women is making money, and now women be like, I don't got to deal with your abuse, man. I can get out of here. I'm out. I got my own job, my own money. I buy my own house. I don't need you to take care of me for me to have to deal with you abusing me, and vice versa. Some men is in relationships where they getting abused too, but the woman is taking care of the kids while they working, so now they feel like they stuck too. So now it's like, if I leave her now I might not see my kids, or I might have to take the kids with me, and now I can't work like I know. They were in situations where they had to stay. That doesn't mean the relationship was better. It just means that the situations was different.
So I get that. I agree to the extent, like if it's abuse or drugs or something major involved, yes, but money difference are things we could work on, you know. Yeah, like I said, it's all situations, you know what I'm saying, that everybody got their situations, and some people could take stuff a little longer than others, you know what I'm saying? Like I mentioned earlier, the person you married today ain't gonna be the same person 5 years from now. People change, they evolve, they some people get worse, some people get better. Are you gonna be okay to stick with them when they at their worst? And that's why the Christian values, they say, for better or for worse, death do us part type joint. That's why it's meant for that, because God knew you ain't the same person now that you're gonna be 10 years from now. You might be a little more callous, you might be a little more gentle. Some girls don't like the gentleness of a guy. They like the roughneck. Some dudes like that the girls is a little rough, but I personally rather, the gentleness, but if that changes and your heart softens, or your heart gets a little more hard, like, are you gonna be okay with that person? And some people can't take that. So drugs or abuse or sexual abuse, yeah, I get that. You gotta walk away. Like, you gotta take care of yourself, take care of your kids. You know what I'm saying? Get themselves out of an abusive household. But I
don't think people should focus so much on the money thing too much, because I'm a perfect example. Like, me and Nicole have been together since 16 years old. We literally built a life together. We had nothing when we started.
Yeah, but y'all an anomaly, man. Y'all not normal. You know what I'm saying? You're not the typical, like most don't have what you know.
No, you're right. You're right. Thank you. I appreciate
you're an anomaly.
But at the same time, like, because there's people, other couples who have been together, same as your situation, Corey, right?
Yeah.
And let's just say even longer, like if a couple's together for 30 years, right?
Yeah.
There's a good 5 of those years where they was living together, just divorced mentally.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Maybe even more, you know.
Yeah.
But like Terrence said, when like when you start out in a relationship, especially at a young age, you're here, right?
Yeah.
And then you start going here, and then you know what I mean? It's going to be all those times when y'all are not the same person, growing, regressing, growing. I like this, I don't like that, you know what I mean? But you work together to get back to here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because sometimes, like in the first 5 years, you're going to be like, yo, you're not the same person anymore, right? And then when she gets back to being that same person, now you're not the same person that you was at that moment. You see what I'm saying? So there's years that y'all are physically together living in the same house, but mentally you're going through it. Should I get a divorce, or I don't want this person, this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
And through whatever it is, therapy, counseling, friends, shit, even cheating.
Yeah.
So at some point in time, you know, if you really want to stay, you come back to that same level where we're like, okay. And once you get back to that, it's pretty much unbreakable.
Yeah. Somebody said something. They was like, a lot of people look at marriage as the end goal instead of looking at marriage as something that's the beginning of something.
That's the beginning of a new life.
It's the beginning of something. And marriage is work. It's not something that, oh, I'm married and it's just a coast. No, it's work. Like you said, people grow. I'm not the same person I was in my 20s and I was in my 30s. And now I'm about to be 42. I'm not the same person I was in my 30s. Like, it's like everything, you got to grow with each other. You know what I'm saying? And you got to be able to be like, okay, you know, I'm not that same person that you knew when I was 16 years old. Now I'm a grown man now. And you got to get through the rocky stages of every marriage go through. Some people quit in those stages, don't realize the first 5 years might be rough, but the next 20 or 30 years might be great. But you can't get past those 5 years and you like, I'm out of here.
So let me give you a quick example, right? So again, I told you I'm binge watching The Chi, right? Yeah. And I literally just saw this episode before I came up here, right? The main character, I don't know if anybody watches it, but spoiler alert, whatever, right? One of the main characters, Emmett, right? He was all in the street, baby mama here, baby mama there, whatever, right? The episode I just watched, he had got back with his baby moms. They got married, they was making it work, it was great, right? He ended up cheating, right? And they went their separate ways. And then they decided to have an open relationship. He started changing and he was like, I don't like this, right? He told his wife, I don't like the open relationship. She disagreed. She wanted to keep doing it. They ended up going their separate ways. He finds somebody else. She's jealous because of who he became.
Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that firsthand with some of my friends. That happened to them like that. Word.
Right. So she wasn't willing to put in that time for him to change. Even when he was telling her, yo, I'm changing. Yeah. The things when I was a kid are not who I am right now. You see what I'm saying? But a lot of times we forget that, yo, the things you did as a kid or the things somebody did to us as a kid does not necessarily mean that's who they are still. You know what I'm saying? Of course, there's some extremes, you know what I mean, that you'll never forgive or forget. But if it's something like, you know, relationship wise, like cheating and stuff like that, you can't, I'm not gonna say you can't, but we should try our hardest to not hold our adolescence against us when we get older. You know what I'm saying? Especially in marriage, you know, because I already know, like my kid's mother, we got together when we were 16, but we're not together anymore. Yeah. We're super good friends, but the things that I was doing wasn't acceptable. And a lot of people would not survive those situations. You see what I'm saying? Such as us, we didn't survive that, you know? So I think you just have to, each situation is different. You can't just tell everybody, oh, just stick it out, just stick it out. And you know, yeah, you're right. you know, but when you tell people,
my bad.
Yeah, thank you. You know, but when you tell people like, you know, don't worry about it, it'll be fine. You can't guarantee that for everybody.
No, you can't.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, we appreciate everybody engaging. You know, that was very, very interesting topic. I think we all agree, right? Like we not okay with the female proposing to the males. That'd be our sons or our daughters proposing to them.
Okay.
It's not okay. It's not
especially
okay.
when she only need that picture.
No, I know now. Nowadays, the guys want to feel like, you know, we the prize too. I guess I think it's kind of corny, but whatever.
Hold on. It's not necessarily corny. It's only corny if that's how you're like, because guys, we have to carry things internally. You see what I'm saying? Even our emotions, right? It's corny if you're making them feel like you're the prize.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You know, you can feel that you're the prize, and you can, you know, walk with your chin up, you know, shoulders back, all that. It's corny if you really looking at somebody like, yo, you not really worth my time. You know what I mean? Like, you know who you're talking to?
Or they like, I like this kind of ring if you want to know. So when you go to the store,
that's crazy.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean, so surprise me at the park or something and propose to me. I might say, yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, man. I'm out here bugging though, man. Really
Nicola gonna renew your vows. She's gonna go come propose to you tomorrow. Let's renew our vows.
I'm telling you.
Nicola
right
like, yeah, I ain't never happening.
Nicola not proposing to me at all. You know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't want it. I feel funny. You know what I mean? It's funny to me. But we're at the age where our things that we believe is considered old school now. That's crazy. Like that's where we at.
All right, so let me ask you this real quick. Right here it says, I agree. If you can get past infidelity, you rock solid, right? Now, women get past infidelity every day.
Yeah.
But as a man in your marriage, like
double standards is real, boy. The double standards is real.
I think you about to open a whole nother can of worms, buddy. Like
a whole other thing.
Yeah.
Listen, some men can do it. I'm not some men. I can't do it. I gotta get out of there.
Yeah, I like.
Yeah. I don't even think.
Know what it is? Is that
some people stick around for the kids too after that. In that situation, I'm out, man. I can't.
Yeah, I think I
see y'all every other weekend.
The thing that you got to think about is that men, we're visual persons, right? So we see stuff, we like it, right? For a girl, you gotta. If you're married and you're a female, like it's gonna take a lot for a dude to get into your panties. You know what I'm saying? So if you let a dude get to that point where you're doing it, I already know there's no coming back from that. How are we gonna work that out? Like your emotions is gone. Like because I could cheat as a man, and it just be like, oh dang, I listen to my hormones. Where girls don't necessarily listen to their hormones. They just go, yo.
Yeah, girls are more emotional. Usually when girls have sex with a guy, she kind of really, really like them. A man can have sex with a girl and not like her at all. He don't even got to know her name. Sometimes.
Right.
See the way you say that? Why you say that?
Huh?
Why you suck your teeth at me? What I said?
No. I didn't even do nothing.
I thought you sucked your teeth. Like, yo, Corey, you lying. Like, why you say that? Like.
So overall, I guess the way I look at it, like women, like, because men, you know, we present the bravado, you know, mentally, physically, we're supposed to be, you know, the foundation, you know what I'm saying? But the minute we find out our woman did something with somebody else, right? We could have did it 10, 20 times, but the minute we find out she gave it up that one time, we are all unraveled. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, it's a
Like,
wrap.
It's a like there's no. She could sit here and say, "Oh, but you did it 10 times." Yeah, but
Yo,
you did it
that's
that
double standard.
once.
It is a double standard. It's 100% a double standard.
Yeah, of course.
But you gotta understand we're two different beings. And again, it takes a lot. It's a lot easier for me to, when I say easier, we're more likely to cheat as men because we are visual people who go by your hormones and you go, no, I like this chick got a big butt. Like I could go do that. That's like he said. You don't even gotta like the girl. You can just, you had a moment. Whereas a girl, they're thinking about that over and over and over and over and over again to the point of like, yo, I'm doing this. Like for us, it's like
Monica said one time your whole respiratory system shuts down. So
Everything, asthma attack,
I
immediately.
I don't think you trying anything one time.
Because men is visual. Soon as a man know that his girl, his wife did that, he starts to visual how she did that.
Right. She make a funny noise.
Like, what?
She make a funny noise, and all you see is.
Oh man! Oh man! That's wild.
Yeah, nah.
That's crazy.
She come in and take a deep breath. She be like, oh,
but it happens.
Start thinking, yo, like what
you thinking about?
Yeah, yo, you all right?
So
she just had a bad day at work, and you sitting here thinking like,
so
you know what I mean? And it's gonna be that. It's gonna be like that for the rest of the time.
There's no coming back.
There's no coming back.
That's wild, crazy that us as men are like that. Like that, we literally, like she said, unravel at the fact of it, and we can go out and do it 100 times, and you'd be like, no, I didn't really like her, blah blah blah. But the girl do it, and you like, nah, it's over. This girl's a hoe. You slut. I can't believe you did that. You calling everything you can think of.
My man in the car crying. Everything. Sitting at diners by yourself. Yo, I'm telling you, it's gonna get bad.
Yo, you don't want to listen to no song. You see happy couples in the street.
You ain't getting your hair cut.
Word.
Wow, crazy, yo. But yo, listen, we gonna wrap it, man. This is a good show. I like this show because we had a conversation, you know what I'm saying, and it was engaging. We had a lot of YouTube people too, which was dope because we usually have a lot of Facebook people, but it was definitely a dope show, man. But before we leave though, this episode is brought to you by Doc Tip app.
Doc Tip. But I was muted.
But listen, make sure y'all follow us on YouTube at Cray Kids Podcast, Instagram Cray Kids Podcast, Facebook Cray Kids Podcast, Twitch Cray Kids, and visit the merch store CrayKidsPodcast.com. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nina Super Latina X. We appreciate. Make sure you can follow us on Facebook too. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate you interacting with us today. Please be back next week and stay in contact. Follow us on all the social medias. I think that's Terrence's microphone. I don't know what's going on.
My bad. I just turned the AC on. It's wild hot, bro. It's wild hot, yo. I'm in his. I told you already I was gonna be sweating. We hot, bro. I'm sorry. Y'all have to bite the bullet on that one. So we gotta leave it.
See, they want us to come to Hawaii too, right?
Right.
We see more comfortable.
Okay? But on that note, we're gonna end the show.
Yeah, we're gonna end the show. We're gonna thank everybody for showing up. Make sure y'all check the merch store, and we out, man. Peace. Cray Kids forever.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Cray Kids Podcast channel.